My name is David Kinney, and this is Method Cooking. Up until a couple weeks ago, if you Googled the term method cooking, you'd come up with nothing. I didn't really invent the idea, but I invented the name for it. So unlike cooking methods, where it's saute, broil, grill, steam, bake, method cooking kind of flips that around, where it's not so much focused on how to cook it, but how you approach the food that you do end up cooking. So with method cooking, we're going to look at the food that you've got in your fridge, pantry, freezer, drawer, cabinet, maybe your car, and kind of put a new spin on how to prepare it and how to put together different meals. A lot of times when you watch cooking videos or cooking shows on TV, they open the pantry, they open the fridge, and the only 10 ingredients in there are the 10 ingredients they're planning on using for that specific dish. That's not the case with how we're going to approach things here, that if I look in the fridge, grab a handful of ingredients, halfway through cooking or preparing, I might see something else or notice something in the pantry, think it might be a good idea, so I'll add it to the dish. It's going to be a lot of the same stuff you've got at home, and kind of the beauty of it is a lot of the stuff I'm going to use is stuff that either needs to get used or doesn't already have a specific purpose. So what I'm going to do is kind of talk through my thinking process while I'm doing it, why I think I should add it, or if it's the case that it's something that's going to go bad, I'd rather cook and eat it than throw it away. Are you one of the people that goes to your fridge when it's time to prepare a meal, and the first thing and the only thing that comes to mind is you open it and you say, we've got nothing to eat? Method cooking, though, is taking a new view and a new approach to the food that was already there. So at one point you saw an empty fridge, now you realize it's full of food. And kind of by a simple process of elimination, you can look around the fridge, see what's new, what's old, and what you need to use. Obviously the things in containers or bags are kind of leftovers, foods that need to be repurposed, whereas things in the original packaging probably have a little bit more shelf life. So once we figure out what we want to or need to use, we're going to head back to the pantry and see what else we can put with it. Now that we've got a kind of starting point in the fridge, we're going to head back to the pantry to kind of figure out what's going to go with the dish. The pantry is where a lot of things come to live and die, and by that I mean people lose track of cans, dried pasta, rice, beans, spices, oils, etc. So with the one step out of the fridge, head back to the pantry, kind of see what other food options we have to put with it as a side dish, to make a sauce out of it, or what to serve it with. We'll get everything back up to the counter and we'll start getting food prepped. Pantry's done. We already looked over the fridge. The next step is to the countertop. This is where we're going to kind of spread out the food or food ingredients, spices that we picked out that we either want to use or need to use, and start putting together the ideas for a dish. Now whether that's going to be a soup, salad, dessert, entree, appetizer, it's a way and a place for us to kind of look at everything, realize what we have, and start putting together plans of what we can do. So with method cooking, my plan is to change your kind of mindset on how you look at these items, have a piece of paper and a pen nearby, kind of scratch out ideas, and again, be flexible as you go, that sometimes you need to add something, sometimes you need to take it out. Method cooking isn't just using the food that you've got to make a complete dish. It's also kind of a style of preparation and food prep that lends itself to planning for the night, the next night, or planning for the week. For example, if you cook ground beef all the way to taco meat it's all it's going to be. But if you cook ground beef, you add seasoning and make it sloppy joes the next night, make it taco meat the next. It lends itself to so many different varieties that you don't feel like you're eating the same thing night after night. So repurposing food is not only a way to not throw away food, but it's also a way to get creative in the kitchen. Another part of method cooking is the plating and presentation of things. Don't know why I shook my hand, but I did. So whether it's the family style, kind of individually scooped out, or something a little bit more gourmet for that significant other, if food looks good, it's going to taste even better. So whether it's a sprig of parsley, the ingredients spread out, or everything laid out on a piece of marble, or even a nice plate with the sauce drizzled over the top, if it looks good, it's going to taste even better. With method cooking, we're going to change your mindset on how you view food. We're going to look at different ingredients, different flavors, different textures. Use what you've got to kind of restructure how you live in the kitchen. We're going to come up with new dishes. We're going to kind of work back and forth, and I'm all about feedback on things you need help with, because baking is a science where you need to follow a recipe, and cooking is an art. So that you can join me and not miss a second of this adventure, follow me at method-cooking.com, which is also going to link you to my YouTube channel, where you can watch the videos and catch tips, tricks, and some of those kind of chef secrets that are going to help you in the kitchen and develop your own recipes.